Hello everyone, and let's have a little look ahead to the year of 2015. It is of course 2015, and Happy New Year to everyone. So we're going to take a look at the ahead. This is more of a wish list for SWTOR for 2015. We're going to take a look ahead and see some of the things that I would like to see personally in the game. It is a very big year for Star Wars The Old Republic. Not least of all because Star Wars Episode 7, what is it, The Force Awakens, that's its subtitle, is coming out at the end of the year, coming out in December of 2015. So it is quite an important year for this game because we're probably going to build towards that. They're probably going to do something. Hopefully they do something because, you know, Star Wars will be a big deal in December of 2015. So hopefully they can cross-promote and, you know, get an interest in SWTOR, get people's interest peaked for SWTOR. That would be the goal, the ultimate goal, I guess, for BioWare for 2015, I would guess. But again, we're going to take a look at some of the things that I'd like to see change, some of the things I'd like to see added throughout this year, and some of the goals set. Maybe we'll add some personal goals for myself in 2015. So again, the most important thing, the number one thing that needs to be fixed or sorted out is the input delay, should I say, or the input lag, if you want. Again, it's really bad, especially on Yavin. Now, it's not so bad on Rishi. It's quite bad on the Forged Alliance flashpoints if you're doing them solo. But it is at its worst on Yavin 4. This needs to be sorted as quickly as possible, if you ask me. I would suggest that they get on that. Hopefully it will be fixed sometime in January. Hopefully in the next few weeks it will be fixed. But it has been a bit of a pain. Certain classes that rely on timings, like the Carnage Marauder, have been pretty much unplayable in these scenarios. I've been finding I've been going to Fury, to be honest, as a Marauder, just because it relies less on things like timing. You can never get your gore window correct, you know, when you fire up your gore and then you press your Ravage and, you know, nothing happens for 2 or 3 seconds. You're like, what the hell is going on here? Where's my Ravage? You know, and 2 seconds later it happens. And bear in mind the gore window is only 3 seconds, so if we lose 2 seconds of that waiting for a Ravage to activate, it's a waste of time right now. So Carnage spec is pretty much broken. I don't know if the spec is broken as a spec to test it out because of the input delay. But again, it is such a pain in the arse to play. So hopefully they can fix that as soon as possible. The other thing I'd like to see is them sort out Group Finder. Now, Group Finder right now, as it stands at level 60, is a complete waste of... It's a waste of time it being in the game. It's completely useless right now, Group Finder. The biggest problem with it is that Group Finder is designed for casual content. That's what its primary purpose is. Now, it's fine for the tactical flashpoints. You've got your Blood Hunt and you've got Battle of Rishi are your 2 tactical flashpoints. Your hard mode flashpoints, on the other hand, are really tough to pug. I mean, they are puggable, but they are quite tough. You need a good group and you need a well-coordinated group. The level 60 operations are a complete waste of time. Yeah, you really need things like Mumble or TeamSpeak to really be effective in those operations. So my suggestion is that we get rid of the level 60 ops from Group Finder because they're not very pug friendly. I would replace them with the level 55 ops, you know, just put Scum and Villainy, TFB, Dread Fortress, Dread Palace in there and give you maybe 10 ultimate comms for doing one of them. You know, keep it on rotation. That would be what I would suggest for them because, again, these new ops are not pug friendly and they are not puggable. Some of the tactics and some of the levels of coordination that is required for these operations is not for pugs, okay? They are not for pugs. The only thing you could do is nerf them, and I quite like the difficulty. They're quite fun to run with a guild, but nah, never gonna pug Ravagers or Temple of Sacrifice. I just think them being in Group Finder is a complete waste of time. Other things I'd like to see added, I'd like to see the older ops added, maybe in a separate bracket. Maybe even make them, you know, tactical operations. Maybe add Eternity Vault, Karaga's Palace. put them in, put them in, and throw in the old tactical flashpoints as well, especially the 2 Zerka ones, because we really need them. You don't have to give any reward, because doing the weekly for CZ198 is the reward in itself for queuing for the 2 Zerka flashpoints. So I would give people choice at endgame. That's the problem that we're facing right now with endgame, is the real lack of choice in the content that we do. We're kind of stuck in the old 55 content, or we are wiping in the level 60 content, and we can't pug it, and it's really unfriendly for casual players right now, the level 60 endgame. This will get easier as time goes on, and of course we get access to better gear. The more we play it, the more elite comms we get, the more 192 gear we get. 192 gear, the HM flashpoints should become a lot easier in 192 gear. That's one of the things I have noticed as a Scoundrel healer, that they're a lot easier to heal if you've got maybe 2 or 3 192 pieces. If you even get the 192 set bonus, great. We'll be in a few 192s, 198s, hopefully. So again, hopefully the HM flashpoints will be better. It would be nice to fix the input lag in the HM flashpoints as well, because sometimes it can be really horrible. It's not as bad as it is out in the world. Yavin is by far the worst offender. Some people saying Belsavis is pretty bad for it as well. The big thing they need to do with Yavin is make the world boss instant. They should really make the Revanite Walker. They should put that in its own instance and give it a lockout, 8 or 16 man instance. And I don't know why they didn't do this. It's a really, really poor design choice if you ask me. Again, make it like Golden Fury, basically. If Taboros Courtyard was a decent operation, it was a nice little operation on McKeb. It was one boss. That is what I feel it should be. That's what that Revanite Walker should be. You're getting like grips of 24 attacking it, and a lot of people just using the Zerging strategy of just die and respawn. As long as everyone's not dead, then it's fine. That's a very poor strategy for a boss. Just Zerg it, die, respawn, run back in. Very poor as a strategy. I like Taboros Courtyard better. The Golden Fury, which actually required, more better tactics to win. Better tactics than, just Zerg it to death and hope we don't lag. Because most of the deaths occur due to you being in the red circles, or when the circles turn red. But the problem is, you can't really get out of them. You can't really heal either, because you're like, what the hell is going on here? Every time, you're like 4 or 5 second ability delay makes it pretty unplayable. So that, I think, I would like to see that removed and just completely redesigned as an instanced world boss, kind of similar to what Xenoanalyst, the Eyeless, and what's it called again? Golden Fury, I should say, were designed. So again, I would like to see those kind of things added to the game. It might improve performance, just putting it in a separate area as well. Also, the Revan fight really sucks because of this input lag. Again, the Revan fight is pretty poor in terms of its design. You have all this build up to the Revan fight, and then you spend most of the fight lying on your arse while you watch your other companions fight Revan. I think my companion was having a better time, to be honest, in the Revan fight than me. It's quite a poorly designed fight. You get stunned too often. That's my biggest complaint, is we just get stunned every 5 seconds. Stunned, knocked down, then we get choked, and then it's just like, ugh. It's not even hard, the Revan fight. I mean, they did fix it so that it wasn't bugged, but it is such a huge disappointment in the game. I mean, this is the big final confrontation. It can be done solo. You do it solo. You can do it in a group if you want as well, but I would suggest that it is pretty horrible either way, because getting stunned a lot is not fun. It's not fun design. I would wish they would design mobs that didn't stun you every 2 seconds, because that's one of my pet hates about this game, is the fact that we get all these mobs, and to make them hard, we're just going to make them stun you. For me, that's just poor game design, just take the controls away from us. What makes a video game a video game? Well, the ability to interact with the environment. That's the #1 fundamental thing. If you take that away from us, then we're not playing a video game anymore. You're not a game. That's my opinion on that. Again, we get stunned. I don't mind the one stun that we get, or if we could interrupt the stun at least. fair enough, or you know, we could stun them before they stun us, or we could maybe do something, or our breakout of stun didn't have such a long cooldown. But I'm just sick of it. Get stunned, break out of stun, get stunned again. What was the point in breaking out of the first stun? You know, that's the way I feel about that. So again, I would like to see less stunned mobs. I mean, it's quite annoying. You know, you end up just going with a tank companion and then letting your tank companion get stunned tends to be the way to go. But again, some of us like to run with DPS or healer companions, especially if you're a tank. You're going to run with the healer or a DPS companion. Certainly, it's not fun. We want to be as the players. We want to be having the most fun, really, when we're fighting the boss. Not our companion, really. That's what we don't want. But again, like to see anything new added to the game. I like to see strongholds. It'd be nice to see them get expanded. Maybe have a stronghold on Manaan would be a cool place for a stronghold. You know, we've already got Tatooine, Dromund Kaas, and Nar Shaddaa. Maybe I don't know. No, we already got Coruscant, haven't we? I was gonna say Coruscant. Maybe something like Belsavis, like a sort of prison-y type place would be quite cool. A Rakata-themed one on Belsavis would be quite nice, with our own little active volcano, so we could live out our Dr. Evil fantasies. You know, maybe that would be quite cool to see added. Again, I quite like the strongholds. I thought they were a good addition to the game. They're a nice place just to hang out, away from the crowd, and if you want to buy things or sell things on the GTN, particularly, they're pretty good if you have the utilities there to get them. You get your cargo bay, your legacy cargo bay, your mailbox, your GTN terminal, your item mod station. You get them all nice in a nice little position so you can access them easily. Again, it just saves a bit of time. I like the strongholds. They're a very good little addition. What else would we like to see? More dailies added. I think we'll get more dailies. I think Manaan is probably going to be a daily hub. There is a section of Manaan that's closed off. I imagine that they'll introduce maybe some story quests, maybe some dailies. A raid in Manaan would be quite nice. A new operation would be kind of cool on Manaan. We already have a flashpoint there. We've got the Depths of Manaan, which is a pretty cool HM flashpoint actually. It's a nice little flashpoint. The end boss is quite interesting as well. All three bosses are quite interesting. The first boss is a pain in the arse maybe, but the other two are pretty interesting as well. The bonus boss is a waste of time doing because you don't get the reward for it. But again, that's another thing. I'd like to see, again, HM. We probably will get HM versions of Blood Hunt and Battle of Rishi. They'll probably be the first things to get. That'll probably be one of the content updates, will be those two going in HM. Whether they'll be tier 2 HM or whether they'll stay in the same tier with the current HMs, you know, maybe tier 2 HM. Maybe if we got Lost Island at level 60, I still would love to do Lost Island again. Pre-nerf Lost Island, raise it to level 60. Come on, BioWare. You know we loved that flashpoint. Okay, 99% of pugs failed that flashpoint. 99% of pugs didn't get past the second boss. Of course, the first boss was pretty easy. Some pugs couldn't even get past the first set of trash in Lost Island. I miss those days. Those were fun days when you'd get someone would pull all the trash, and you could skip the trash, of course, but you'd always get some idiot that would pull it. I wonder if you could solo LI right now. I'm just wondering at 60. Maybe you need 192 gear to solo it. The biggest problem is always the third boss. If you're soloing it, it's the what is it, Savrak or Raksav or whatever. That boss is always going to be a pain. Kills your companion all the time. That's one of the big problems with it. But I don't know, maybe we'll try soloing that. Again, solo versions of all the flashpoints, I'd be for that. A lot of people want that. I've seen a lot of people on the forums clamoring for that. So again, why not? As long as it doesn't give you any gear, and as long as it doesn't give you as many basic comms as you would get doing it in a group, then fair enough. You know, expand the GSI droid, let you do some of the old flashpoints. Some of them were quite cool, some of them are worth doing just for the story alone. Things like Directive 7 was always a cool one, and then you had the Malgus the Betrayer storyline, which you can complete solo. It would allow you to complete that solo, because you got to do Battle of Ilum and False Emperor, those flashpoints. They're pretty easy to solo in normal mode if you were level 55 and had a decent amount of gear, but then again it opens it up to all players, at least if they want to do the Malgus the Betrayer storyline. So I would be all for that. The other big thing that a lot of people are clamoring for is the 12 times XP, either to be made a toggleable option or to be made permanent. Again, personally, I couldn't care less, to be honest, because I've leveled all the characters. I've got all the advanced classes at least level 55. I've got a few at level 60. Probably going to finish them off in 2015. We'll get all 17 advanced classes to all 17 classes. We've got 2 gunslingers, so don't ask why I've got 2 gunslingers. But all 17 classes I will get to 60 at some point. I got 3 of them so far at 60. 3 at 60, 1 at 57. And the rest are all 55, so we'll get all them up to level 60. Just in time for the next expansion, maybe. But yeah, 12 times XP, I personally wouldn't mind it, to be honest with you. I could take it or leave it, because I've leveled all the classes. But again, if a lot of people want it, it has to be done sensibly. Like, you have to put the right restrictions on it. Again, I'm in favour for it being Legacy level 50, and you must have at least 2 level 60s, we'll say. Say at least 2. If you put the restriction at 2, 1 on each faction, maybe, and then you can unlock it for your legacy. Just make it doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, it could just be like 10 credits to unlock it, or, you know, and it should be for subscribers only. It shouldn't be for free-to-plays. Free-to-plays, maybe charge them, you know, what, 2,000 cartel coins, but then again, as a free-to-play player, why would you want to level fast? That's the question. Level fast, because when you hit level 50, there's really nothing else for you as a free-to-play player. That's it. Essentially, it's game over for you. It's go level another class or go buy another class to level, because you can't do raids. You can't really do much HM flashpoints at level 50. There's no one around to do them. You can't do the expansions because you have to buy them, then you become a preferred player. I mean, if you like those expansions and you buy them, fair enough, but there's not a lot to do for a free-to-play player at endgame, so why would you want to have 12 times XP for free-to-plays? I mean, if it's a cash shop purchase, maybe you could argue, but again, I think for subscribers, for people like me who have a lot of alts and have, you know, done every class story, we've done the side quests, we've done all the heroics, you know, we've done all these planetary quests 100 times, we don't want to do them again. So it is nice for those kind of people, and that should be who it's restricted to. Again, requiring a legacy level, maybe a cartel purchase, maybe for credits, but again, it shouldn't be a lot of credits. It shouldn't be off-putting, because if it's like 2 million credits, you're not going to bother. You're just like, screw it, it's not worth it, to be honest. If you make it like 10 credits, then, you know, it's a token purchase. It has to be toggled. That's your toggle. Have it untoggle. You can't toggle it off, maybe make it that way. So again, it's just a thing that would be nice. Again, we're gonna echo the calls for Swoop Racing. I really want to see that. Swoop Racing, Pazaak would be nice as well. If you remember from KOTOR, Pazaak was a cool thing. It would be nice to see that in the game. You see the success of Pazaak was a card game. If you look at maybe release it as a separate game. I mean, look at the success that Blizzard are having with Hearthstone Heroes. You know, come on, BioWare. There's money to be made there, EA. Really, there is money to be made. And the final thing that I would like to see is something done about the appearance system and the customization for appearances in the game. Whether it means giving us an appearance tab or some sort of wardrobe tab that we could equip cosmetic gear in. I would like to see this again. I think the thing that holds the cash shop back and what holds me back from buying a lot of armors in the cash shop is that it's too damned expensive. It's not expensive to buy them for cartel coins, but it's too damned expensive in-game to equip them. Because if I buy a set of armor that I like, I'm going to have to go through a lot of trouble to equip the armor. I'm going to have to remove mods, I'm going to have to re-augment it all, and then we're going to have to, you know, yeah, we'll re-augment it all and remove all the mods, which costs a lot of money, especially endgame, a lot of in-game money that is. So I think Cash Shop should be about convenience. Either remove the mod extraction cost, that would be the simplest solution. It's quite a crude solution, but it is an easy solution at least. Because the mod extraction costs don't belong in the free-to-play model. We are a free-to-play game these days, so we don't want that kind of thing in our free-to-play model. It made sense when the game was pay-to-play, but the game is no longer pay-to-play. It's not been pay-to-play for the last 2 years now. We need to move on from that model and support the Cash Shop model. If you're going to go full Cash Shop model, fair enough, support it, you know, make it easier for us. The whole point of a cash shop is for convenience. I'm buying this armor because, hey, A, I like the look of it, and B, it should be convenient to equip. Right now, the armor's pretty good looking. It's pretty reasonably priced, but you're walking out of the shop having not made a purchase because it's too much of a hassle. It costs too much in-game resources to equip this and use it, because we have to have our augments, we have to have, you know, all our mods extracted, and it is an expensive process. We're gonna have to go grind out dailies just to buy something in the cash shop. Again, not a fan of this, not a huge fan of this. So I think that's one of the issues that has to be addressed, particularly from the cash shop point of view, because you want the cash shop to be successful. Ultimately, the more successful the cash shop is, the more successful the game is. Again, the game is making it's making a pretty decent amount of money. Apparently profits are, or revenue should I say, is down for the game in the last quarter, but again, that was before the Shadow of Revan expansion launched, so there wasn't a lot to do in that period there. So again, we had the housing update, and then there was really nothing between then and Shadow of Revan. Shadow of Revan, it's going to take a bit of time for us to get into. It's going to take a lot of time. It isn't a pug friendly expansion. It does change up the game, because we spent most of 2014 making the game more appealing to casuals, which I'm fine with, but then we had this boom, this brick wall put up in front of us that is Shadow of Revan. The game has become hard again, and you know, we spent a year going in one direction, then we just flipped a switch and gone in another direction. So it'll be interesting to see what 2015 has to offer. So that's all for this video right now. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with the game. Again, it is a big year. Hopefully we get something to tie in with the movie. I wouldn't be surprised. Of course, we can't tie in directly with the events of the movie because we're set in a different era, but there'll be something. Hopefully, if there's a new planet or a new species introduced in the movie, or maybe that cross lightsaber from the trailer, I guess that's going to be in the cartel market, no doubt. You're going to see marauders running around with 2 of those cross sabers, hitting them, chopping their own arms off, which will be good for them, you know. Poor marauders, they got nerfed badly. So thank you for joining me for this video, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.
Lord Go, the package is secured. You and your men can proceed with the additional... running a bit ahead of schedule, are we? No matter. You can have your little temple back if you like. I'm done with it.
You have an interesting view on the situation. You realize your attack failed, don't you?
Failed? Really?
All clear in here too, huh? Nice work. My men have finished securing the lower levels. Even captured a few prisoners.
Keep the prisoners under guard until the SIS can round them up for questioning.
Gladly. Get those scumbags out of here. Guess it's all just cleanup from here. Gonna be a pretty major job, too. Anyway, like I said, the rest of the temple is clear, so you're good to head back to Colonel Derek. Until next time.